Picture this scene. It's late, the room is quiet. A single lamp casts a warm glow on your desk. You have a textbook open, pages filled with dense paragraphs and complex diagrams. A crucial exam is just around the corner. You tell yourself, okay, time to focus. Really focus. You read a sentence. You read it again. The words seem to float on the page. They don't sink in. Your mind starts to drift. You think about what you're going to have for dinner tomorrow, a conversation you had earlier, or that new show everyone is talking about. It feels like your brain is actively resisting the very thing you need it to do. This struggle is incredibly common and deeply frustrating. We've all been there, battling against our own minds, trying to force concentration that just won't come. You might try another cup of coffee, hoping the caffeine will jolt your brain into submission. Maybe you put on some headphones with your favorite music, only to find yourself tapping your fingers to the beat instead of processing information. It feels like you're operating at a fraction of your mental capacity, as if a thick fog is preventing clarity. It's a battle of willpower that often leaves you exhausted and unprepared. What if you could change this entire scenario? Imagine sitting down at that same desk, but this time, something is different. The moment you open your book, the outside world fades away. The words on the page are not just symbols, they are ideas that connect with perfect clarity. You are not just reading, absorbing, understanding, retaining information with effortless precision. Time seems to fly by because you're in a state of deep, uninterrupted flow. This isn't a superpower reserved for a select few, it's a state of brain function you can learn to access on demand. The key to unlocking this state of peak performance lies not in trying harder, but in preparing your brain to work smarter. It's about creating the ideal internal environment for learning and focus to happen naturally. Forget the brute force method of studying. We are going to explore a scientifically backed approach that helps you get your brain into the perfect gear before you even start. This method primes your mind for optimal function, transforming study sessions from a frustrating battle into a productive and even enjoyable experience. Are you ready to stop fighting your brain and start working with it to achieve your full potential? So, what is the secret to this state of effortless focus and supercharged learning? The answer lies within the electrical rhythms of your brain, specifically a pattern known as alpha waves. Think of your brain as a complex musical orchestra, constantly producing different rhythms or waves. When you're in a deep restorative sleep, your brain produces slow, powerful delta waves. When you're wide awake, highly alert, and actively thinking or problem-solving, your brain is dominated by faster beta waves. But there is a special state that sits right between deep relaxation and high-strung alertness, the realm of alpha waves. Alpha waves are the brain's signature rhythm for a state of relaxed alertness. It's the feeling you get when you close your eyes for a moment to gather your thoughts, or when you're absorbed in a creative activity you love. In this state, your mind is calm, but not drowsy, and you are open and receptive to new information without feeling stressed or anxious. This is the absolute sweet spot for effective studying. When your brain is producing a strong, coherent stream of alpha waves, it becomes primed for memory encoding, creative problem-solving, and sustained concentration. It's like putting your mental engine in the perfect gear for cruising down the highway of knowledge. Throughout this guide, we are going to dive deep into the science of alpha waves, but we'll keep it simple and practical. You won't need a degree in neuroscience to understand or apply these techniques. I will break down exactly how to encourage your brain to produce more of these beneficial waves, creating the perfect mental launch pad for your study sessions. We will cover step-by-step routines you can implement before you even open a book, from simple breathing exercises to specific types of light and specific types of sound that gently guide your brain into this optimal state. This is not about abstract theory, it's about giving you a concrete toolkit for tangible results. The promise is straightforward. By learning to intentionally cultivate an alpha-dominant brain state, you can fundamentally transform your ability to learn. You'll discover how to get more done in less time, retain information with greater accuracy, and reduce the stress and anxiety that so often accompany intense periods of study. The techniques are easy to follow and designed to fit into any student's busy schedule. The only question left is, Are you prepared to unlock a level of focus and mental clarity that will give you a significant advantage in your academic and professional life? Let's begin. To truly understand the power of alpha waves, we first need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture of your brain's activity. Your brain is an electrical powerhouse. It contains billions of neurons constantly communicating. This communication isn't random chaos, it's a beautifully synchronized symphony of electrical pulses. When large groups of neurons fire together in a rhythmic pattern, they create synchronized electrical activity. We can measure that with an electroencephalogram, an EEG. These rhythmic patterns are called brainwaves. They're the background music of your mind. The tempo changes based on your mental state, what you're doing, and how you're feeling. Think of brainwaves as different gears in a car. You wouldn't use first gear on the highway, nor fifth gear to climb a steep hill. Each gear is optimized for a purpose. Your brain shifts through brainwave states to meet the moment. Waves are categorized by frequency in hertz. Delta, theta, alpha, beta, gamma delta, the slowest, dominant in deep, dreamless sleep. Theta, linked to light sleep, deep meditation, and the drowsy moments before sleep or waking. These are the lower gears for rest and recovery. At the other end are faster waves. Beta, the high alert gear. Present when you're awake, thinking actively in conversation or solving complex problems. Focused, analytical thought. Too much beta can cause stress, anxiety, and feeling overwhelmed, like revving an engine too high for too long. Gamma, even faster, the highest frequency. Associated with peak performance, intense focus, and aha, insights, when brain regions harmonize to process information at lightning speed. Highest gear, used for short bursts. For studying, where does this leave us? We don't want to be asleep, delta, theta. But we also don't want to be so wired, high beta, that we can't absorb information. That's why understanding the full spectrum matters. Each state has its place, but for learning and retention, we need the perfect middle ground. A state where the mind is calm, yet receptive, focused, yet flexible. That's the role alpha waves fill. The bridge between deep relaxation and high-strung concentration. Now let's zoom in on the star of our show, the alpha wave. Situated right in the middle of the brainwave spectrum, alpha waves oscillate at a frequency of about 8 to 12 hertz. This rhythm represents a truly unique and powerful state of mind. It's often described as a state of wakeful rest, relaxed alertness. Imagine you've just finished a workout and you're sitting quietly, feeling calm and centered. Or picture yourself gazing out a window, lost in a pleasant daydream. In these moments, your brain is likely producing a strong, coherent stream of alpha waves. You are not asleep, but your mind is not racing with anxious thoughts either. It's a state of inner calm, quiet focus, effortless awareness. This state is fundamentally different from the high-energy beta state that most of us associate with trying to focus. When you're in a beta state, your attention is directed externally. You're actively processing sensory information, engaging in logical reasoning, making decisions. This is useful, but it's also mentally taxing. It's like having dozens of browser tabs open in your mind, each one demanding a piece of your cognitive resources. The alpha state, in contrast, is more internally directed. It's a state where the brain's sensory gates are partially closed, filtering out irrelevant distractions and allowing the mind to turn inward. This quieting of external noise is precisely what makes it the ideal state for learning. Think of it this way. Your brain's attention is a finite resource. In a typical beta state, that resource is scattered, trying to manage everything at once. The noise from the street, the notifications on your phone, your internal to-do list. When you shift into an alpha-dominant state, you are essentially telling your brain, okay, let's ignore all that noise for a while. Let's direct our resources to this one important task in front of us. This allows for a deeper level of concentration that doesn't feel forced. Instead of battling distractions, you simply become less aware of them. This is the essence of being in the zone or achieving a flow state. This is why alpha waves are the secret weapon for effective studying. They create the perfect mental landscape for absorbing and integrating new information. You're relaxed enough that stress and anxiety don't interfere with your cognitive processes. but you're alert enough to remain engaged and attentive. It's the ultimate balance, the calm before the cognitive storm, allowing you to direct your mental energy with precision and power. By learning to consciously cultivate this state, you are no longer leaving your focus to chance. You are taking active control over your mental environment, setting the stage for peak academic performance every time you sit down to study. Section 3. Alpha Waves and the Science of Superlearning. The connection between alpha waves and enhanced learning isn't just a nice idea. It's backed by a growing body of scientific research. Neuroscientists have used EEG technology to look inside the brains of people while they learn, and they've found a clear pattern. Studies have shown that the amount of alpha wave activity just before a learning task begins can predict how well a person will remember the information later. In one key study, participants with higher alpha power in the moments leading up to a memory task demonstrated significantly better recall. This suggests the alpha state acts as a primer, preparing the brain's memory networks to encode new information more effectively, suppressing distractions, enhancing encoding. So, what exactly is happening in the brain during this alpha state? One leading theory: alpha waves help suppress irrelevant or distracting neural activity. Think of your brain as a busy city with lots of traffic. Alpha waves act like a skilled traffic controller, quieting down the non-essential neural noise from sensory inputs and random thoughts. This frees up cognitive bandwidth, allowing brain regions responsible for learning and memory, like the hippocampus, to operate with less interference. This process of active inhibition is crucial. It's not just about what the brain is doing, but also about what it's not doing, getting distracted. Furthermore, alpha waves are deeply connected to creativity and creative problem solving. Creative insights often occur in moments of relaxation, when we're not actively forcing a solution, during a walk, in the shower, just before falling asleep. These are classic alpha-dominant states. By quieting the rigid analytical beta state, alpha waves allow for associative and divergent thinking. This enables your brain to make novel connections between seemingly unrelated ideas, the essence of deep understanding and problem solving. When you're studying, you're not just memorizing facts. You're able to see the bigger picture and how different concepts fit together. Enhanced memory encoding, suppression of distractions, a boost in creative thinking. This combination is the trifecta for super learning. It transforms studying from passive rote memorization into an active, dynamic process of integration and understanding. When your brain is in an alpha state, you are not just a spectator. You are an active participant, weaving new knowledge into your existing mental framework. This is how you build a robust and flexible understanding of a subject, one that you can recall and apply long after the exam is over. Section 4. The downside of being out of tune. Now that we understand the benefits of the alpha state, it's equally important to recognize what happens when our brainwaves are out of sync with our goals. What happens when you try to study while your brain is stuck in the wrong gear? The most common scenario, being trapped in a high beta state. Stress, anxiety, mental chatter, mind racing, body tense, thoughts fragmented. You might read the same paragraph 5 times, but the words don't stick. Your brain is busy managing perceived threats and anxieties, so it can't allocate resources to learning and memory. In high beta, the fight or flight system, the amygdala, is overactive. It's constantly scanning for problems, making it nearly impossible to settle into a calm, receptive state for deep learning. Imagine trying to have a quiet, meaningful conversation in the middle of a loud, chaotic rock concert. No matter how hard you try to focus, the concert will drown the conversation out. When your mind is filled with stress and worry, there's no mental space for new information to take root. This creates a frustrating cycle. You struggle to focus, you get more stressed, and focusing becomes even harder. On the flip side, studying in a theta-dominant state isn't effective either. This is the drowsy, unfocused state from sleep deprivation. Eyelids heavy, mind foggy, drifting off. Theta waves help creativity and sleep memory consolidation, but they're not the right gear for actively absorbing new information. You might turn several pages with no recollection of what you read. Your brain isn't alert enough for comprehension and encoding. Mastering brainwave regulation isn't a nice to have, it's fundamental for efficient, effective learning. Without it, you're at the mercy of fluctuating mental states, hoping for a moment of clarity. By understanding these states and guiding your brain into the alpha sweet spot, you gain control over your cognitive performance. So take a moment now and notice your own state. Do you feel alert and focused, or stressed and scattered? Recognizing where you are is the first step toward getting where you want to be. Section 1. Setting the stage. Your alpha sanctuary. Before we even begin to talk about specific techniques, we must first address the environment. Your physical surroundings have a profound impact on your internal mental state. Trying to enter a calm, focused alpha state in a chaotic environment is like trying to meditate in the middle of a construction site. It's an uphill battle. Therefore, the first step is to consciously design a space that signals your brain to quiet down and focus. This space doesn't need to be fancy. It needs to be intentional. It becomes your personal sanctuary, dedicated to deep work. Start by decluttering your immediate workspace. A messy desk creates a messy mind. Remove anything not directly related to the study task. Clear away old coffee mugs. Clear away random papers. Clear away your smartphone. Your phone is the single greatest source of distraction. It constantly pulls your attention with notifications and the promise of endless novelty. Place it in another room, or turn it completely off. Put it out of sight. Removing these distractions sends a powerful message to your brain. The time for multitasking and fragmented attention is over. Now, we are entering a period of singular focus. Next, consider the lighting and temperature of your room. Harsh, bright overhead fluorescent lights can increase beta wave activity and stress. Whenever possible, opt for softer, warmer, and more ambient lighting. A simple desk lamp with a warm-toned bulb can create a calm, inviting atmosphere. Focus the light on your study materials. Keep the rest of the room dimmer. This narrows your visual field and directs your focus. Ensure the room temperature is comfortable, not too hot, not too cold, so physical discomfort doesn't become another source of mental distraction. Finally, establish a clear boundary for this space. Let family members know. Let roommates know. You are not to be disturbed except for emergencies. This external boundary reinforces your internal commitment to the task. Over time, your brain will associate this environment with deep focus. Just sitting at your prepared desk will begin to trigger the alpha shift automatically. Environmental priming is the foundation for all other techniques. It makes the entire process more effective and effortless. Let's bring all these elements together into a simple, repeatable, and highly effective pre-study ritual. This is your 7-minute alpha reset, a protocol designed to systematically shift you from a state of distraction or stress into one of calm, receptive focus. 7-minute alpha reset consistency is key here. By performing this exact routine every single time you sit down to study, you will build a powerful psychological trigger. Think of it as a warm-up for your mind. Here is the step-by-step protocol. Set a timer for 7 minutes. Minute 1, settle and sigh. Sit down at your clean, prepared desk. Take a moment to get comfortable. Feet flat on the floor and spine relatively straight. Begin by performing 3 physiological sighs. Double inhale through the nose, followed by a long extended exhale through your mouth. With each exhale, feel the tension leaving your shoulders and jaw. This first minute is about consciously making the transition to preparing to focus. It's a clear demarcation in your day. Minutes 2 to 3, rhythmic breathing, close your eyes, or maintain a soft, unfocused gaze. Begin your box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Focus all your attention on the sensation of the breath and the counting. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the rhythm. These 2 minutes stabilize your nervous system, calm the internal chatter. Minutes 4 to 6, sensory entrainment. Put on your headphones and play your pre-selected alpha wave binaural beats track. As the audio plays, continue your gentle, rhythmic breathing. You can also incorporate the panoramic vision technique. Look out a window. Let the sounds wash over you without trying too hard to listen. Let your gaze soften. The purpose here is to gently guide your brainwaves into the 8 to 12 Hz alpha range. Minute 7. Set intention. In the final minute, turn off the audio. With your eyes still closed or softly focused, bring to mind a clear, simple intention for the session ahead. Example: I will focus completely on understanding Chapter 3 for the next 45 minutes. Example: my goal is to solve 10 practice problems with full concentration. State this intention to yourself clearly and confidently. When the timer goes off, you don't jump into your work. You take one more calm breath, open your eyes, and begin. Your brain, your superpower. The beautiful thing about this entire system is that it empowers you. It takes the process of learning, which can often feel mysterious and out of our control, and puts the reins firmly in your hands. You are no longer a passive victim of your fluctuating moods and energy levels. You now have a concrete toolkit of physiological techniques and psychological techniques. The ability to summon a state of calm, deep focus is not a genetic gift reserved for a lucky few. It is a skill, learned, practiced, mastered. This journey is about more than just getting better grades or passing an exam. It is about fundamentally upgrading your relationship with your own mind. You will be more present in conversations, more creative in problem solving, and more resilient in the face of stress. You are not just learning how to study, you are learning how to operate your own nervous system with precision and purpose. This is perhaps one of the most valuable meta skills you can ever develop in your life. So I encourage you to start small. Don't feel like you have to implement every single technique perfectly from day one. Pick one thing. Maybe it's the 7-minute alpha reset before your next study session. Maybe it's trying a single 25-minute focus block. Just start. Experience the difference for yourself. As you begin to feel that sense of calm control and see the tangible results in your retention and understanding, you will be naturally motivated to integrate more pieces of the system. This is a process of building momentum, one successful study session at a time. Your brain is the most powerful tool you will ever own, and you are just beginning to unlock its full potential. If you found this guide valuable and want to continue learning about practical, science-based tools for optimizing your brain and your life, please support our work. Subscribe for more brain optimization techniques that boost focus, learning, mental clarity. Like this video if you want maximum concentration while studying. Save it so you can easily reference the protocols before your next study session. And finally, turn on notifications so you never miss out on our next powerful brain and productivity upgrade. Thank you for your attention. Viral pinned comment. CTA, tried the Alpha Prime? Reply with your 7-minute routine. Tag a study buddy. Let's build focus together.